The Charlestown Kitchen was this great space that we created from essentially a deck.
The space was small. It was like a galley kitchen. It was dark. It didn't have a lot of storage or functionality.
Some early conversations about the project and what was really important to them. The number one thing that they kept coming back to was space.
And we were able to take a deck space that was next to the kitchen and do an addition.
We had some complicated structure in order to make the space more than double the square footage as it was. We had complications with site access, working through an alleyway that was less than 30 inches wide.
The small space really forces you to think about every inch, so we had to really worry about door swings and appliance sizes. There was no stone unturned really when it came to the space planning.
The skylight was a really important element in the beginning. Talked with the architect and she came up with this great plan that worked so beautifully and brought in so much natural light. And then adding the pocket door, which is really great, an exterior all glass pocket door. That was a beautiful addition as well.
The pocket door to the back steps was really a great solution that NS Builders proposed to us so that they could utilize more of the square footage in the kitchen, but still have that access to the back.
So when you step back and look at bolt doors when they're in the closed position, both of them look identical. We actually took the design of that exterior pocket door, and that's how we were able to custom make our interior pocket door.
The pantry was small. We came up with plans, Caitlin, the architect, came up with plans to kind of figure out what made the most sense in the space, what would give her a beverage fridge, what would give her some great cabinetry. And then NS and his cabinet makers were able to come up with the cabinets that really work beautifully in the space.
One of the things I like about the design of this project is the use of brass. Kelly and her team, they're not afraid to utilize brass in different mediums. The faucet and the hardware on the cabinetry, even the suspended shelving to the left above the buffet. Brass played a big role in the overall design. Being in a small home, adding an island isn't always the easiest thing to do. Utilizing the space planning, working with Caitlin and Kelly and her team, they were able to lay this kitchen out in a way that not only accomplished an island, but accomplished a really big island that gave us storage on both sides. Topped it off with a really nice miter folded countertop, actually a porcelain material that is fabricated to look like thick marble. It reduces the need for that maintenance that marble is typically known for.
It was something that she felt gave her a little bit more protection with regards to cooking and cleaning, and she wanted something that she didn't really have to worry about in terms of stains. But we loved the look of it and she loved the look of it.
And we did a nice thick 2-inch mitered counter to just give her that more elevated feel throughout.
We wanted the hood to be simple but still beautiful, not to be the hero. There were so many things in the kitchen that really stood out, and we didn't want the hood to interfere with that.
We didn't want it to just be another painted hood. When you're standing from afar, it looks as though it's white, but as you get closer to it, you have this much more natural limestone finish to it. And to take it further, intentionally separated the hood from the surfaces in which it touched. So if you look closely, the hood actually doesn't touch the ceiling or the wall, so the hood could be its very own element.
Lighting is so important, we think, to every project, and it's just the kind of the finishing touch.
We have this great fixture above their island. It's a Lindsay Edelman. When you walk in their house, you see the island right away, so you see this beautiful light fixture coming from it.
It's very flowy, and it doesn't like stop your eye. It has like this flow through, so you can see through the entire kitchen, which our client loved and we all loved as well.
There were lots of things that came up in this old house that NS Builders was able to really think outside the box and find clever ways to accomplish the goals. It's nice to see something on paper, but being able to get an air conditioner all the way up onto the roof, from another lot through an alley with a crane is easier said than done, and they managed to make all those things work.
I think communication is really key to a successful project, and we had great communication set up with NS and his people. We had weekly meetings. They're really organized, so we had a great experience with NS Builders.
An architect and an interior designer is massively important in this process. We're able to think about it on a much deeper level, thinking about how we're maximizing not square feet, but square inches. And then from there, of course, the design aspect and how all of this relates back to the client is that we're setting the expectation up front. We're very clear with the expectation, we're very clear with our approach, and we have a really good understanding of what we're trying to do and how we're going to accomplish it, giving the client the confidence in our process.
We really feel that the project came out incredibly well. It's absolutely beautiful.
Amazing transformation.
Yeah, and they love it.
Yeah.
They speak to us all the time about when people come in, they just can't get over the transformation and how it feels so bright and open and beautiful. We're happy that our clients are happy, and we love the project.